Hi, my name is Asha Gomez. Welcome to my kitchen. I have decided to put together a short series of videos of me cooking in the kitchen, making dishes from my book, My Two Souths. So I hope you enjoy this series that we have put together for you. Today we're going to make an eggplant dish. I'm going to call it Eggplant Magic. The dish is inspired by probably one of my favorite cookbook authors, Yota Motolengi out of London. I was inspired by the dish and I took it and made it my own, like so many of us do with cookbooks. And I hope you do the same. When I teach a recipe, that you take it and make it your own and tweak it and change it. And over the years, it becomes your recipe. So it's gonna be a fantastic dish. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy, and it's something that can be a great evening or afternoon snack with some crispy pita chips. It's a fun dish. I'm excited to teach it to you. So you're gonna go to your local farmer's market and you're gonna pick out some gorgeous eggplants. I'm gonna make 2 whole eggplants today, so it'll be good for 4 servings or even 6 if you're gonna use it as a dip. So for our garnish, we're going to saute up really quickly with a little bit of olive oil, some cranberries, dried cranberries, pumpkin seeds, and some golden raisins. I'm gonna also need about a cup of sour cream, 2 cloves of garlic that I'm going to need, and some fresh dill. So I got this gorgeous eggplant at the local farmer's market. I am going to split that eggplant into, you're gonna leave the stem intact. Do not bother taking that off, okay? So you're gonna go right down and cut it all the way across, like that. You're gonna do the same thing with the other one. Then you're gonna take a paring knife and you're gonna score your eggplant. So you're gonna go really deep, okay, into the flesh, but not coming through the skin. It's really important that you do that. So you go down and then you go sideways and then in the other direction. So you're gonna score it. And it takes no time to do it. Once again, down, am I making that clear enough? I'm going to do 2 more so you could see. This is a really important part of this dish. You know, you should probably keep the eggplant on the cutting board while you're doing this. I'm used to doing this, and so I know I'm not going to cut myself. I mean, not say that. That's probably when I will cut myself, but you know, keep it on the cutting board while you're doing this. I'm trying to show you, so there you go. We have 4 perfectly halved and scored eggplants. I have a sheet pan here that I have ready with some parchment paper on it. If you don't have parchment paper, feel free to use some foil on it. And they're gonna go right onto the pan. Now, you have to be really generous with the oil that you use. So I'm thinking 2 to almost 3 tablespoons of oil per half, okay? So you're going to literally have this soaked in. And for a dish like this, you want to use a good olive oil. But when it comes out of the oven and you finish it with the garnish and you put some pita chips next to it, I mean, it's really a fantastic dish. It's a crowd pleaser and it's visually stunning. So you see that every part of my eggplant is now beautifully soaked. So now I'm gonna season the eggplant with salt, chili powder, cayenne chili powder, and cumin powder, okay? Generous on the salt. I'm using a kosher salt. Cumin powder. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. And chili powder. So chili powder you're going to use to your discretion depending on what your palate likes, okay? I like it somewhere in between. I don't want it to be so hot that I'm reaching for a glass of cold water or so, but I still want to feel the heat on my palate so that I enjoy the nuance of what a chili is supposed to do for me. So for the garnish on the eggplant, I'm just going to heat my pan with a little bit of olive oil, not a lot, because the eggplant has plenty of olive oil. I'm going to put some cranberries in there. I just kind of want to heat them through, and you don't really have to cook it per se, you just want to heat it through. Some raisins and some pumpkin seeds, just toasting them up. So you just want the raisins to kind of get plump in the heat, and you notice when you put raisins into some kind of fat on a hot pan, they'll plump up and they'll roast up gorgeous, and the sweetness becomes even more potent. So you're just waiting for that to happen. It should be no more than about 60 seconds, and then you can turn it off. And we're going to set that aside, and we're going to go ahead and make our sour cream dressing. So about a cup of sour cream here. I have 2 garlics, which I am going to literally make into a smooth paste. So I'm going to use my mortar and my pestle. I'm going to put my 2 cloves of garlic in there. And literally, you're going to make it into a smooth paste. I'm going to put a pinch of salt in that garlic and olive oil. It smells so good. So essentially, I'm going to mix this into my sour cream. Now, if you don't want that garlic flavor, feel free to skip the garlic. But for me, the dressing is really all about the garlic. But I know a lot of people don't want that potent flavor on their palate. It's still going to be delicious. Just add a pinch of salt. That looks good. I'm going to taste it. Oh my gosh, perfection. So we're going to let this sit for a minute till our eggplant comes out of the oven, and I'll show you how to dress it. So that eggplant is probably right about ready now. I've had it in there 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. I mean, honestly, you could serve it just like that. Look at how beautiful that looks. So we've already made the dressing. We made our garnish. I'm going to take a nice big dollop of that sour cream. Put it right there. And then you're going to put all this yummy goodness on it. Look at that. I mean, think about it. If you're entertaining, how fun is this dish to have on the table? This is just taking eggplant to a whole other level. And some fresh dill right there. Magic eggplant, y'all. I hope you enjoy this dish.